Hey there, real estate enthusiasts. Are you tired of hearing conflicting reports about whether now is the right time to buy or sell? Are you wondering if the market chaos everyone's talking about is actually creating hidden opportunities for smart investors? Well, buckle up because today we're diving deep into the Brampton real estate market with fresh data from May to June 2025, and what I discovered might completely change your perspective on the current market conditions. Here's the thing that most people miss. While everyone's focused on year-over-year comparisons, the real opportunities are hiding in the month-to-month data. Think about it. If you were making a decision to buy or sell right now, would you want to know what happened 12 months ago, or would you want the most current pulse of the market? Today, we're going to arm you with the numbers that matter, because numbers don't lie and they don't get swayed by emotions or market hype. Let me start by setting the stage with what's happening across the Greater Toronto Area. In May, we saw 6,231 sales with an average price of $1,120,685. Fast forward to June, and we had 6,243 sales. That's essentially flat with just a 0.2% increase. But here's where it gets interesting. The average price dropped to $1,101,691. That's a 1.7% decrease in just 1 month. Now, before we dive into Brampton specifically, let me explain why I focus on median prices rather than average prices. Average prices can be misleading because they're heavily influenced by a few extremely high-priced sales. For example, if 9 homes sell for $500,000 each and one mansion sells for $2 million, the average would be $600,000, $50,000, but the median, the middle value, would be $500,000, which better represents what most buyers are actually paying. Here's what the numbers revealed for Brampton, and this is where things get really interesting for potential investors and home buyers. The overall market showed a median price of $915,000 in June, up from $875,000 in May. That's a 4.6% month-over-month increase, which tells us there's still strong underlying demand, even as we see some shifts in market dynamics. But here's where you need to pay close attention, because different property types are telling completely different stories. Detached homes, which represent the largest segment of the market, saw 252 sales in June compared to 225 in May. That's a 12% increase in sales volume. However, the median price actually dropped from $1,062,000 to $1,042,000, a decline of 1.9%. What does this tell us? Buyers have more negotiating power in the detached home market, and sellers are becoming more realistic with their pricing. This is exactly the kind of opportunity savvy investors look for. When sales volume increases but prices moderate, it often signals a market that's finding its equilibrium, creating opportunities for both buyers and sellers who understand the dynamics. Now let's talk about the townhouse market, because this is where I see some potential warning signs. Townhouse sales dropped dramatically from 71 in May to 53 in June. That's a 25.4% decline. Yet median prices actually increased from $800,000 to $835,000, up 4.4%. This disconnect between rising prices and falling sales volume is often a precursor to future price adjustments. Semi-detached homes are showing the most stability, with median prices rising from $850,000 to $870,000, a modest 2.4% increase. These properties are also selling the fastest, with just 23 days on market compared to 25 days for detached homes and 26 days for townhouses. Here's what's particularly telling about the current market conditions. Active listings increased across all property types, rising 5.3% overall from May to June. When inventory grows while sales remain relatively stable, it shifts the balance toward buyers. This doesn't necessarily mean prices will crash, but it does mean buyers have more choices and potentially more negotiating power. The key insight here is that we're seeing a normalization of market conditions rather than a collapse. After years of extremely tight inventory and bidding wars, we're moving toward a more balanced market where both buyers and sellers can make informed decisions without the pressure of extreme time constraints. If you're finding value in this content, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. And if you know someone on their own real estate journey who could benefit from this information, be sure to share this video with them. Your support helps me continue creating valuable content for you. What does this mean for your real estate strategy? If you're a buyer, the increasing inventory and stabilizing prices suggest you have more options and time to make decisions. You're not necessarily getting dramatic discounts, but you're getting back your negotiating power. For sellers, the market is still strong enough to get good prices, but you need to be realistic about pricing and presentation. The most important takeaway is that different property types are behaving differently. Detached homes are seeing volume growth with price moderation, townhouses are showing stress signals with declining sales, and semi-detached homes are maintaining steady demand. This kind of segmentation is exactly why we analyze different dwelling types and cities separately. What happens in one segment doesn't necessarily apply to another. Remember, these trends don't always mirror what's happening in other cities across the Greater Toronto area. Each market has its own dynamics, demographics, and demand drivers. That's why hyperlocal analysis like this Brampton report is so valuable for making informed decisions. Let's not lose sight of the bigger picture here. Despite recent month-to-month fluctuations, the long-term trends remain strong. Over the past 10 years, all property types in Brampton have seen gains exceeding 90%. Detached homes are up 93%, semi-detached homes up 100%, and townhouses up 102% over the decade. Even with recent price adjustments, the 5-year gains are impressive. Detached homes up 21%, semi-detached and townhouses both up 17%. These numbers remind us that real estate remains a solid long-term investment, even as we navigate shorter-term market adjustments. Now, here's what I want you to do with this information. Don't just consume it. Use it to make better decisions. Whether you're looking to buy your first home, upgrade to a larger property, or add to your investment portfolio, understanding these market dynamics gives you a significant advantage. I'd love to dive deeper into your specific situation. If you're serious about making a move in today's market, I invite you to book a call with me through my Calendly link. We can discuss all things real estate, and I can provide you with an in-depth analysis of any potential home purchase beyond just basic home evaluation. As a licensed Level 2 agent, I can also assist you in getting a new mortgage or restructuring your existing one to better suit your financial goals. The market is giving us signals, and those who listen to the data rather than the noise will be the ones who prosper. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. The numbers are telling us that now is a time for strategic action, not paralysis by analysis. Stay savvy, stay informed, stay knowledgeable, and until next time, may your investments flourish and your dreams of homeownership become a reality. Catch you in the next one.